Okay, and so we're back. Sorry, I was having some technical difficulties. I am not at home doing this, so I'm using a different network that I'm not familiar with. And so for whatever reason, here we are again. So part two. Again, I'm Stephanie Coker with the essentialoilcouple.com. We do have a website, and you can always check that out. There's videos on there that tell you what essential oils are and how to use them and then I can always explain to you how to save the most and then get the most out of your essential oil wholesale membership. So tonight though, I want to talk about kids because I have many kids and I've been using the oils on my kids for several years now, and there's quite a few myths out there that confuse, I think, new essential oil users when it comes to using the oils with their kids, because we know they're potent and they're powerful. I would say only use doTERRA's essential oils. I'm not just saying that because I'm a doTERRA essential oil wellness advocate, but they're the #1 company. They do I put the do not disturb on the phone, but it's connected to my computer. But they do third-party testing. There is no pesticides. There's no synthetics or dilutants or anything added to their essential oils. If you're getting essential oils from Whole Foods and then you try one of our essential oils, there is clearly a difference. I would never recommend or suggest, and it would freak me out if you said that you were going to ingest or put topically another essential oil brand on that you purchased, you know, Bed Bath & Beyond, or I can't even think of that other store with the bath store. It's like where you could buy bathroom rugs and stuff. I can't think of the name of it right now. Doesn't matter. Clear difference. doTERRA has come out with CPTG, which is Certified Pure Therapeutic Grade Essential Oil. It says it on the bottle. They also have a website now where you can scan, see the little, I don't know what that's called. I'm going to call it a barcode for lack of a better term. We're going to call it a barcode, but it's definitely something different. But there's a website now, and I think maybe an app, not 100% on that, but it's coming if it's not already, where you can zap it and you can see exactly when this bottle was made, where it came from, where it was grown, the chemistry, composition. Nothing is in this bottle that is not 100% pure. It's better than organic. So I want that to be clear. These are therapeutic essential oils. Okay, so as far as they come with kids, I have heard so many myths. I've heard, oh my gosh, you can't use essential oils on babies. I have been using essential oils on my baby since he was 2 weeks old, and I started to tell that story before our interruption there. I had taken some IV antibiotics. I had a really bad kidney infection like a week before he was born. It was so bad I didn't even know it until I went to the hospital, and I was just like, I'm dying, something's going on. So they had me admitted, and with the heavy dose IV antibiotics, which, as we know, the antibiotics are wonderful. They kill infection, but they kill everything else. They completely wiped me out. Those IV antibiotics are very harsh on your gut. So the same happened to my son. He was 100% exclusively breastfed. He is almost a year now. He turns a year, or no, actually this was Ezekiel, my 2-year-old, and he turns 3 September 1st that I'm speaking of. And I was using Digestin, which is this bottle right here, and you can see, oops, I have it upside down, sorry about that, where it says Digestive Blend. You see that? And I would just take a few drops and I would rub. The doctor told me the constipation massage blend, but I would rub it right in that area And I definitely noticed it helping things move along and helping him with the gas that babies get and that sort of thing. My first encounter though was with postpartum depression. I was experiencing a lot of feelings of overwhelmed and anxiety, and that's really where I got introduced to essential oils, but then I started using them on my kids. So the first thing was digestion. Then my other kids got a cold, and I was at a park play date, and at this park play date, my oldest son, who's now 4, I'm not sure how old he was then, he was maybe like 1 or 2, he kept having a runny nose, so and he hates a runny nose, so he kept running up to me to clean his nose, and it was just ridiculous. It was like every 2 minutes, clean my nose, clean my nose, clean my nose. So I had just got my oils, and I took Breathe, which of course I'm going to do it upside down. I want you to see where it says the respiratory blend though. The respiratory blend right there. And I just put a little bit on his chest. Well, guess what? He no longer was running over to me. That was it. I was just like, oh my goodness. My friend who was with me, she couldn't believe it. She was just like, wow. I'm going to move this a little closer like that. Okay, and okay, so I have heard, the myths that I have heard is that you cannot use them on little kids. That is completely false. Dr. Hill, he's one of the founders of the company. He has written several articles and blogs on this subject. You can Google them, you can look him up. He's on Facebook. Also, there's doTERRAblog.com. You can just search children in there. So I've heard that you cannot use them on little children until they're like 8 or something. I don't know. Weird. No, you can use them. But if it's on an infant, you want to dilute with fractionated coconut oil or another carrier oil. We say fractionated coconut oil because it absorbs nicely and it doesn't leave like a greasy residue as olive oil. But if you have olive oil or sunflower oil or any kind of carrier oil, basically is going to dilute, it's going to absorb into the skin, and it's just going to be easier because children and infants especially have very sensitive skin. You would do that with anything, and so you just want to use common sense when it comes to stuff like that. The other rumor that I heard is that you cannot use lavender on males, or they will start getting, I don't know what it's called when a male gets boobs, but that's what we're going to call it, that it's a hormone disruptor in males. Well, that has been completely debunked by doTERRA. There is, you know, I could send you a link if you absolutely want to read it, or you can just look it up. Everything is there. doTERRA has doTERRAtools.com, doTERRA blog, mydoTERRA.com. There are tons and tons of resources. You can Pinterest, but a lot of times you're going to get other people's opinions, so always refer back to doTERRA, or contact, you can contact them. You can chat with them, which I love because I don't really like calling customer service. But you can always call and ask and say, hey, you know, will this work? Or I heard this, is this true? And they're more than happy to answer questions for you. So, what are some rumors that you heard about children, or maybe a question you have? If you want, go ahead and just write it in the comments, and I'll address it at the end. This here is my mom's survival kit. And I don't even know if doTERRA sells these anymore, but you can find them on the internet. It doesn't have to be a doTERRA carrying case. It has this really nice cushion in the middle that keeps the glass from banging together. But I wanted to talk about the Touch Kit. And the Touch Kit is these oils. And they come in a roller ball. Already, I mean, you can't get easier than that. So when you want to apply topically, you have the roller ball, take your child or yourself and you just apply, and you can see the oil there. Okay, and then just kind of rub it in, and you can see there's no residue. There's nothing but the oil sinking into the skin. And that was Melaleuca. I love it. It always smells so earthy, fresh, clean. Deep Blue, this one here, is really good for muscle or joint aches or discomfort of that kind of nature. My youngest son just cut his top tooth, and you can see the other one is like right there pressing on the skin. So we have been using quite a bit of Roman chamomile here to keep him happy. I just kind of rub it right on the jawline, and that just kind of keeps it soothing for him. I also do that with lavender. And I found that lavender was really effective with my son Ezekiel, the 2-year-old now. When he was teething, I would do the same thing, which is so easy with the roller ball, convenient, because then you just rub it right on the face. With the bottle, I mean, it's not difficult, but a lot of times I just rub my finger on the top. You can see the top there. And you can see how much oil that I have. Like, I didn't have to tip it to get the essential oil. And then I'll just kind of rub it around his jawline. And that's what I do with the Roman chamomile. And now I'm going to get really calm and sleepy in just a moment. Just kidding. So what else I have in my mom's survival kit is Clary Calm. I cannot live without this stuff, and my 19-year-old and 13-year-old are always taking it from me. I just ordered 3 of them because they keep disappearing on me. Sorry,
hello.
1 second.
This is Zoe. And we're at this thing.
Zoe, I need you to go upstairs. You're interrupting Mommy, please.
Okay.
Thank you. I'm going to put some Roman chamomile on her. Gabby, so you want to know what the beadlets are for. Okay, so the On Guard beadlets, well, either beadlet is a drop of oil. Now, peppermint beadlets, I wouldn't suggest biting them because it would be like, wow, in your mouth. They're very vapory and intense. But if you swallow one, it would soothe an upset stomach, but it would also give you fresh breath. 1 second. Hey, I need you to upstairs, please. Please, just take it upstairs. I know, but can you just, I need you quiet. Sorry. I need you quiet, and I need you to go upstairs now. This will not be very long, I promise. Sorry about that. And so the On Guard beadlets, however, let's say we're going to go visit my grandfather. He's in a nursing home. Grandpa Dirk, you know him, of course. So we're going to go visit him. Then I will give myself and the kids the On Guard beadlets, and we will just swallow a couple. And I also will put the On Guard on us, like on our wrist and on our chest, because we're gonna breathe it in. On Guard, and I can say this because there is legitimate peer-reviewed studies that have shown that On Guard has properties that have killed off influenza and MRSA. So that's it's pretty powerful stuff. But I do that because there's always a lot of germs at a nursing home, and with small children, they touch everything. The other thing that I have in my kit is peppermint. Peppermint is if all of a sudden the children fall ill, then I will put it around their temples to try to cool them off. I also put it on the bottoms of their feet. Okay, and so we have 2 kits. The touch kit pretty foolproof. I mean, it's already diluted with the fractionated coconut oil. So it has, doTERRA has pre-mixed it for you. And so there's your essential oil, there's your coconut oil, and you don't have to be concerned about applying it to yourself or to the children because it's already pre-diluted. The other kit is the kit that we already kind of discussed the last time, which was the aromatherapy emotional kit. And that kit is really good for kids who may be experiencing anger or frustration or really moody or just being a typical 9-year-old pre-puberty. That kit would be good for them because then they can read, remember that was that circle, and they can figure out what emotions they're feeling, and then they can pick the oil that fits best for them. Well, that kit also comes in a really easy roller ball. You can get that kit like this, which is totally fine too. Or you can get it like this, where it's already pre-diluted, ready to go. Open it up and say, here, bad mood away. It's funny because my Zoe, she'll ask, she'll say, where's my sleepy oils? I'm not tired and it's bedtime. And so, you know, they
with sleeping oils. They are useless for me. They're totally useless for me.
Totally useless for her.
They don't even let me get a little squeak of time.
Okay, you guys are eating all the snacks, and we're not going to have any snacks for Disney tomorrow. Okay, so you have any of the essentials I have? Help with headaches. You get, okay, so frankincense is one, Gabby, that I would say for you to start trying. Headaches are caused by inflammation in the veins and hormones also. But frankincense, a lot of people find relief with peppermint. There's also an oil blend called the Tension Blend, and that one works really well for my 19-year-old Alyssa. She uses that one all the time, and she takes it with her to college, and that one's successful for her. For me, it doesn't work so much, and neither does the peppermint, so you really got to kind of see what's going to work best for you. And a lot of times I feel it's what the cause is that you need to look at, is where the headache is coming from. Sometimes if it's a hormonal headache, even the Clary Calm will assist with that. But since I know you already have the frankincense, I'm going to encourage you to put a couple drops of frankincense under your tongue and hold it as long as you can. That's what I do. And then just chase it with a drink of water. It's not going to taste like cotton candy, but it's not the worst taste in the world either. So I find a lot of help with the frankincense. And then you can also put it on your temples where it's throbbing. And if your headache is over here, put it here too. If it's a long-lasting headache though, it may be allergies, and there are essential oils that can help with that kind of thing as well. So that might be something we can talk about at a later date. But, okay, so the only other thing that I wanted to mention is there is, and I posted the video in our event group for you to watch. It was just a few minutes or whatever, but there's the A to Z whole food vitamin, or food nutrient really is what it is, because vitamins tend to be synthetics. So this A to Z, it is super cute. It's like this big, it's a chewable, and it's got a happy face on it. And it tastes like a watermelon citrus kind of flavor. So my kids take that. And then there's the IQ Omega, which is the omegas that the kids need for good, healthy brain growth and heart and that sort of thing, and concentration. And then there's also the PB Assist. So I will show you guys if you can see on the computer. So this PB Assist here, and these little strips, you see the little strips? I should kind of like demo the kids have taking them one day for you guys. They absolutely love them. Like they want to take them all the time, which is a problem. So what you do is you just, you tear the corner, it's a tear corner, and they just pour it in their mouth. But it tastes good, and it's probiotic, so it's like keeping their gut health good, keeping their immune system boosted, and then they're taking the food nutrient, which is, you know, keeping everything well balanced between what we should be eating and what we're actually eating. It meets all of those needs. And so that is pretty much doTERRA essential oils in children. And there's a lot of things, like unfortunately our children today are more and more sick. This is like the generation that is sicker than the generation prior, which is really sad, and there's a lot of different theories on the causes of that sort of thing. So the best thing we can do is equip ourselves with being able to have healthy children and have the tools to help us do that. And that is why I love my mom survival guide. I know I took a lot of the oils out. They're sitting right here, but I put my oils in my bag, and they go in my diaper bag or my purse or whichever beach bag. Because I never know what's going to happen, and I never know when I'm going to need them, and I never know if the kid's going to get a tummy ache, and then if they do, then I pull out my digestin, and the kids don't even ask anymore. They're just like, can I have digestin? They don't even tell me, you know, my tummy hurts. So that's pretty much that. If any of you would like to have a class, I am giving away a diffuser. We could do a live class like this. It's a petal diffuser with a breathe and a wild orange. If you didn't take advantage, if you already took advantage of that promotion, then we can work something else out, which is fine. And if you have not received samples of the oils to try and you would really like to, just let me know. I would love to send them to you, and then we can talk about how to reach your health goals and go from there. All right, well again, I am Stephanie Coker with theessentialoilcouple.com, and you all have a great evening, and I will see you soon.